What's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming from my couch because I have a little story time for you guys today. So I figured I'd make myself nice and comfy while I tell y'all this story. So this is a story about my little mini vacation that went horribly wrong. Well, it didn't go horrible, but it didn't go as planned. And yeah, I'm just gonna insert clips of everything that I vlogged or attempted to vlog while I'll tell y'all the story. So I'm gonna give you guys a little background information so you kind of get where this came in. So I think last year was the year that my boyfriend and I decided that, you know what, for our birthdays we're not gonna really get gifts anymore, rather we're just gonna travel. It's been my goal to go to all 50 states, so instead of getting gifts we figure why not just visit a state for each of our birthdays. And our birthdays are 6 months apart, so it's like perfectly spaced, all that stuff. So we're like, okay, that's a plan. So it started with my birthday last year. We went to Atlantic City and we really loved it, and we decided we had to go back. So for his birthday in July, we decided that we're gonna go back to Atlantic City. However, this year for my birthday we didn't really go anywhere. We stayed in New York just because I got a new job and I was just like 1 month in, so I didn't really want to ask for any time off or anything like that. So for his birthday this year we had to choose between Boston, Philadelphia, and Baltimore, Maryland, and we decided that we're gonna go to Philadelphia this year. So once we made that decision, of course, like the planner that I am, I literally plan everything and nothing ever goes as planned. Like nothing. I don't know why I bother. But anyway, I decided that I'm gonna plan this trip to perfection because we're gonna be there for 3 days and 2 nights, and I want to make sure we enjoy every single second of it. And I had everything planned down to a T, like what restaurants we were gonna go to on the first night, the second night for breakfast, where we're gonna go for lunch, what places we're gonna visit, our transportation, hotels, everything. I had it all planned out. Now the only thing that went right, or 90% right, was the hotel. Everything else completely wrong. So here's the story. So we booked our trip, transportation wise we decided to use a Greyhound bus, and that bus was supposed to leave at 4 p.m. get us in Philadelphia at 6 p.m. At that point we were gonna have dinner like around 8 because the hotel does have 2 restaurants, one closing at 10 and one closing at 12, so we have ourselves like 2 options just to go in to eat. So the day comes, and in my head, because I worked the night before, in my head I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna come home, do my hair, and go to bed. I should get like about 5 hours sleep before we have to leave the house at 2:30 to get to the city. Cool. The day comes, and as planned I came home and I did my hair. Did I get the 5 hours sleep? Hell no. I got an hour and a half sleep. Wait, no, I slept from 12:30 to 1:30. No, I got an hour's sleep. Okay, so that was just the start of my plan going wrong already. So we're leaving the house, and because we can't drive to the city and park, this is Manhattan, like that's not gonna fly. We would come back with like 1,000 tickets. So we had to take the train to the city. We're leaving the house, to get the bus to go to the train station, and what do you know, we missed the bus. So we decided to Uber to the train station. So we got our Uber, we headed to the train station. By the time we got to the train station, shortly thereafter, I want to say about 5 minutes, a train came. So we're like happy about that. We're like, okay, we're gonna get there on time so we don't miss our bus. But who was I kidding? This is New York City Transit. They always make you late. I promise you, even if you leave your house 2 hours early, MTA will find a way to make you late. And I knew this. I had no idea why I expected to be on time for our bus. It was just never gonna happen with them. I'm telling you guys, every single stop we had a freaking delay. And we ended up getting to the bus terminal 5 minutes delayed, and I was mad as hell. So we had to go to the Greyhound counter, and we had had to go there and just try to change our tickets for another time. Now I remember when I was booking the bus, I saw there was a ticket for 5, 6. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing this, but Mr. Softy decides that today is a day that he should come around with ice cream. Mister, it's not that hot outside today. Where are you going with ice cream now? Oh my God, this is not gonna stop. I hope y'all can hear this. I'm gonna be so mad. Like, wait, I'm just gonna keep talking and just pray that it does not come up on this video, because if it does, I'm gonna lose it. Anyway, we went to the Greyhound counter and we had to change our tickets. I remember there being a ticket for 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and one for 7. So I was like, you know what? Since we missed the 4 o'clock bus, I guess we can get on the 5 p.m. bus. Wrong. When I went to the counter, the guy was like, well, the 5 p.m. bus and the 6 p.m. bus is sold out, so you guys have to wait on the 7 p.m. bus. And I'm just like, are you dead ass? We gonna wait on the 7. This man is about to pass. Please just get the hell off the block. We just gonna let Mr. Frosty pass. Thank you. Anyway, like I was saying before, he's still not gone. This is ridiculous. Anyway, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. They charged us $20 per ticket. That was fine. We just had to sit there for 3 hours to wait on the next bus. Can you say plans completely thrown off? Because now we're gonna get into Philadelphia at 9 p.m. and that's gonna give us a very little time to get dressed and go for dinner. Mind you, we haven't eaten anything since we ate breakfast that morning, so we needed to go to the hotel and eat something. Anyway, we got off the bus. I scheduled like at 9 o'clock, and then we got to the hotel 15 minutes later. It didn't take long to get to the hotel. We requested an Uber from the bus station to the hotel, which was, by the way, oh my God, guys, Philadelphia's Uber prices are freaking goals. What would have been a $15 ride in New York is like $5 or $3 in Philadelphia. And I'm just like, oh my God, Uber every freaking where. And that's what we did. Like, we just took Uber nothing over $5. I'm lying. There was a 30-minute ride the second night that took like $15, but that was no big deal because in New York that would have been a lot more. So yeah, I'll get to that part later on. So yeah, we took an Uber to the hotel and we got there, checked in. I was already checked in online, so it was like a speedy process. We got to our room and I started getting ready. We went downstairs to go to the restaurant, and one of the restaurants had already closed because by this time it was like 11 o'clock. And then we had an hour before the other restaurant in the hotel closed, so we had to rush to that restaurant. We went there. The one bartender on duty was swamped with like 1,000 people. So we're like, okay, this is not gonna work because the restaurant is gonna close by the time he gets to us. So we're gonna look for other alternatives. So who do we turn to? Google. So we Googled restaurants in the area, and there was this one restaurant that was open until 2 a.m. And according to Google, this restaurant was 4 minutes away walking. So we're like, this is pretty close. So let's go. So I'm gonna show you guys my outfit. I'm gonna insert a picture right here. And I don't know if you guys seen those like sneaky front bras or perfect sculpt bras going around Instagram. I bought one of those and it was a perfect sculpt bra. I can say it works good and it gave me a nice lift for cleavage and everything. So I liked that. And there is a downside to that bra that no one talks about, and I discovered that downside that night. So we went and we started walking, following Google's directions to this damn restaurant that is 4 minutes walking distance. So we walk a block, block and a half, 2 blocks, and I'm like, babe, are we almost there? He's like, yes, it's 2 blocks away. We're like, okay, I can do this. I'm in heels, but I can do this. Okay, So we're walking along and this girl's passed by us, and of course she's walking comfortably because she's not in heels. I am. So I'm taking my time, we're walking. So we turn a corner and I'm like, babe, are we there yet? He's like, no, we're 2 blocks away. So I'm walking down and I'm like, okay, my feet are starting to hurt and this 4-minute walk is turning into like 20 right now. So I see the girl again and she's like, damn, you walk all that way in these heels? That's willpower, girl. And you are strong. And I'm like, if only you know how much pain I am in right now. So I guess she was going to her apartment or something, or she went into her apartment. I don't know. Like, she went somewhere and she left. So at this point I'm like, yo, I am in too much pain. I feel like it's better to run than to walk in these heels right now. Like 92 degrees, I'm hot, I'm sweating, and at this point the freaking bra starts losing grip on my skin because I'm sweating so much, so the bra starts falling off. So I'm like, babe, you just tell me where this restaurant is, I'm gonna run and then you catch up later. He's like, you dead ass gonna run in those heels? I'm like, yes I am. I feel like it's more comfortable right now to run than to really try to walk right now. So he's like, yo, you're crazy. So I started running. Here I am running in these streets. It's 92 degrees. I'm hot, I'm sweating, my bra is falling off, and I just want to get to this damn restaurant. So I ran a block away. I didn't make it the 2 blocks, and my boyfriend caught up with me. Of course, after he filmed my ass running, I'm like, hell no, you did not. So I'm gonna insert the clip where y'all can see me running and giving him the finger. I ran a block and I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna just call an Uber. So I'm like, first I need to find somewhere to sit. So we walk over there, there's this park and there was a bunch of homeless people sleeping in the park. So I'm already creeped out. And I found a bench. So I sat on the bench and tried to fix my bra. Like, I don't know what was going on. And he decided that he was gonna look to see if he saw any cabs coming up the street. I'm like, this is not New York. So you're not finna hail a cab in like 2 seconds. It's just not gonna happen. So there are some cars passing by and none of them were cabs. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just call the Uber to the restaurant. Like, so we got the Uber and what do you know? The Uber took 7 minutes to get to the restaurant. Mind you, Google did say that this restaurant was 4 minutes walking distance. So I don't know how the driver is gonna take 7 minutes if you can walk to that restaurant in 4 minutes. I'm so done with Google, like done, freaking done with Google. Anyway, we got to the restaurant and we saw this guy, he was packing up some chairs. And I'm like, oh my God, please do not tell me they're closed. We are freaking hungry. We haven't eaten anything since breakfast. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. I need some type of AC in my life. And I just want to go eat, like, please. My boyfriend asked the guy, are you closed? And then he's like, no, you guys can go on in. Those were like the most romantic words I've heard all freaking day. So we went inside, we were super excited, the restaurant is open, we're finally gonna get some food. So we go, we sit down and the guy at the bar brings us some menus. So we took the menus and I flipped that over from the drinks and I started looking at food. I'm hungry, honey. So I'm not finna look at your drinks right now. So my boyfriend orders a martini and I decided to just get an apple martini. So my boyfriend got a dirty martini, I got an apple martini. And we started looking at food options. So because we like to have mozzarella sticks as appetizers whenever we go out, we asked the guy, do you have mozzarella sticks? He's like, I'm sorry, our kitchen is closed. Say what now? You mean to tell me I done been through hell to get to this restaurant and your kitchen is closed? I was over the night. I'm like, yo, I miss New York. Like, let me tell y'all, in New York, you will be getting something to eat no matter what time of the night it is, okay? So at this point, we had no other choice. We were hungry, we ain't eaten nothing for the entire day except for breakfast, and we're about to drink hard liquor on empty stomach. bad idea. When we tasted this martini, I'm telling y'all, like, I think he put an extra shot of something in there because that thing tasted more like vodka than anything. But I didn't mind. But not tonight when I'm hungry as hell and I haven't eaten nothing for the entire day. So yeah, we had that martini and I'm just like, you know what, babe? I have a bright idea. This is what we finna do. We about to order some Domino's because Domino's is supposed to be open until 2 a.m. So I did my little research and what do you know? Domino's was open until 2 a.m. and it was like 12 o'clock at this time. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna order Domino's. We're gonna let that go back to the hotel. We're gonna drink this martini and we're gonna get our butts back to the hotel and eat pizza tonight. That's it. I've had it. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not trusting Google ever again. I'm done. We ordered pizza. We went back to the hotel and our food came. And my, I have never cherished pizza this much in my entire life. Normally when we order, like, we ordered a large pizza that night. Normally when we order like a medium pizza, I'm only able to eat 2 slices. Let me tell y'all, I ate 4 slices of that large pizza and I had myself some chicken wings. I was starving, okay? So we called it a night and we went to bed and so the next day we were supposed to go to the zoo and then see a few other sites around Philadelphia that we saw on TripAdvisor that were recommended. So we were like, you know, let's go to bed. It's almost 2 o'clock. Let's just try to get up at a decent time, have breakfast, and then get our day started. We did get up an hour after we set our alarms. We set our alarms for like 10 o'clock. We got up at 11. So we didn't make it downstairs for breakfast until like around midday. And of course when we went to the restaurant, they were no longer serving breakfast. They were serving brunch. At least we got something to eat this time. So we ate and then we headed off to the zoo. I love the zoo there, but it was super hot, so I didn't really get to enjoy the entire thing, but I did see most of the animals. They have a huge zoo. They have over 2,000 animals. Again, it was like 95 degrees and it was super hot. We were stocked up on water, which we ran out of halfway through because yeah, all that walking around can take all your energy. We purchased like ice cream just to keep ourselves cooled. So we saw a few animals. I'll insert a clip of our little tour around the zoo. the zoo, and in there had air conditioning. So I sat in there for legit 10 minutes watching this very short film that they had. I think the film was like 2 minutes long, but I sat there and I watched it over and over again because I really just wanted to cool my body down. And then after we saw the lions, I was out. I was over it. I'm just like, you know what? The sun, the heat, everything was just draining us, and we were just like tired. So we're like, we're gonna see Liberty Bell, and then we're gonna go back to the hotel. So we went down to Liberty Bell, and we saw a George Washington statue. Some engravements were in front of his statue, and then we actually saw the bell. It was in a really, really big park. I'll insert photos of that as well. After that, we went back to the hotel because we were determined to have dinner tonight because we don't want a repeat of the night before. So we went back to the hotel. We decided to go down to the pool for a little bit. We hung out in the pool. And then we went back upstairs, took a shower, and then got ready to go to the casino. So the casino had a few restaurants there, so we just decided to go have dinner there and then just hang out in the casino for a bit. We hung out in the casino for almost the entire night. We did not get back to the hotel until like 5 a.m. We stayed there longer than we planned to. By the time we got back to the hotel, our room was a mess because we had clothes everywhere, but we were tired, so we didn't want to pack until the morning we were gonna leave. And our bus was at 2 p.m. the next day, and I'll be damned if we're gonna pay $20 per ticket to switch any times again like we had to do when we were coming. So we're like, you know what? We're gonna ask for a late checkout. Checkout is at 1 p.m. Once we get out of this hotel, we're gonna request an Uber and we're gonna sit by the bus station. We're gonna wait until 2. We didn't get out by 1. We made it out by 1:15, so that's improvement. In New York, we have like food trucks where they sell like gyros and chicken over rice and all that fun stuff. So my boyfriend saw one of those food trucks outside and he thought it was something similar. So he's like, you know what, babe, let's go check that out instead of eating when we go to the bus station. So we went downstairs to the food truck, and he's been obsessing over this Philly cheesesteak the entire time we were there, and I'm just like, you and this damn Philly cheesesteak. Anyway, we ordered a Philly cheesesteak from the guy, and we were completely turned off because he had no gloves on. I had no idea if he washed his hand. Where would he wash his hand? You're in a food truck and you're not wearing gloves. He has a cut on the back of his hand, and now we were just like, no, 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 no. We cannot eat this. So we requested the Uber, and Uber has this thing lately where they've been telling people like your incorrect location. So we requested the Uber. We were by the food truck, but according to Uber, we were by the hotel. So our Uber driver went to the hotel, and then she called us. She's like, I'm at the hotel, and I'm like, we're on the other block. She's like, okay, hang on, I'm coming around. So she took forever to come around because on this day it decided to be so much traffic in Philly, like it was just crazy. So she took forever to come around. At this point we had like 10 minutes to get to the bus station and get on our bus. How did this happen again? So we got in the car, we're on the way, and there was just so much traffic. We're a block away from the bus station in our Uber, and there was this other bus that was blocking the intersection, so we couldn't get across. So she said to us like, you know what, I don't want you guys to miss your bus, so if you're in a hurry, you can get out. Your bus station is just like on the other block. So we're like, okay, we're gonna do that because we literally have 2 minutes, and I'll be damned if I'm missing this bus today. So my boyfriend got our luggages, and I was running with the tickets in my hand to the bus station. Ran there, found an attendant, and like, yo, where can we find the New York bus? He's like, oh, your bus is late. At this point, I couldn't even be mad because I'm thankful that we're early or on time and the bus is the one that's late this time. So we sat there, it was like 15 minutes late, and it was a 2 o'clock bus, so we were supposed to get back to New York at 4 p.m. So we sat there, we waited on the bus came at 2:15 and we left. So we're expecting to be in New York like around 4:15, 4:30. We did not get off of that bus until 6 o'clock. That was how much traffic we were in. And all this traffic started when we got into New York. Like when I literally saw that traffic, I'm like, yep, we're back in New York. I'm telling y'all, it was ridiculous. Philadelphia's traffic is nothing compared to New York. I mean, their traffic was a little bit heavy, but nothing compared to New York. We literally got back 2 hours freaking late. Like, what the hell? So we came back home and we got into our regular routine, grocery shopping on a Friday night and being couch potatoes. But yeah, that was our time in Philadelphia, you guys. By the way, my thoughts on the city is that Philadelphia is very historic. Like if you're into US history, I definitely recommend visiting there. However, when you go, I recommend a big bus tour because they really just take you to all the attractions and all the things that are to be seen around Philadelphia. And they do have the hop on, hop off tours that you can just get off the bus if you want to stay at one location a little bit longer than the tour guide has you there, and you want to walk around a little bit, then you can hop on the next bus. So yeah, a big bus tour is definitely recommended if you're into US history, because there's a lot of history in that city, to the point where there's like by the Reading Market, the train lines are still like in the streets and stuff like that. So yeah, they do preserve a lot of their history, buildings, like the Liberty Bell is a place to see, Reading Market, the Rocky Steps is a place to see from the Rocky movie. If you're into museums and stuff like that, they have tons of museums. So yeah, if you're into US history, I definitely recommend going there. But yeah, that was our little mini vacation gone wrong story. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.